This year's Wimbledon Championship was the second Grand Slam final between Steffi Graf and Arantxa Sanchez-Vicario this year. When it was over, Graf had won her 7th Wimbledon final, a 6-3, 7-5 straight sets victory, which also marked Steffi's 100th career singles title. As we said earlier, one of only 3 women in the modern era to have a 100 or more. Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova, the other 2.
And Graf's the only player to have at least 4 of all the Grand Slams. That, to me, of everything, to me, is most outstanding.
If she plays and wins the Australian Open, she'll have 5 of everything, which is even more amazing. She's missed the Australian Open the last couple of years due to injury.
Again, about that Wimbledon final quickly, we saw in the highlights there, Graf hitting an overhead, but the shot that I will always remember most is the one where she was 2 yards from the net and whiffed the overhead. Swung and missed. Made club players so happy.
I was thinking the same thing. Hackers all across the world rejoice. Her 3rd double fault. Remember, she's down a break here in the 4th.
And the way both players have been having trouble holding serve, I'm sure Hingis would love to try to get a second break.
$30 all. This match approaching the 2-hour mark.
Oh my goodness, that serve nearly hit the baseline.
I know I sound like a broken record, but break point for Martina Hingis.
Well, the concerned person looking on is Heinz Gunhart. Last year he had to sit through 5 sets before Steffi Graf won the championships.
Will serve to even this match at 2-all, and she seems to be hobbling just a little bit, maybe cramps or something.
And Steffi's actually was holding the back of her back. So perhaps both players, we have seen the best tennis in the last couple of games as far as length of rallies. She's a little tired, but she's happy. She's serving for the 4th set, up 5-1.
That was almost as if she felt something in Martina's back there. She kind of winced as though something caught. In any case, she's up 5-1.
5-1 in the 4th. She's trying to stretch out her leg. Now, see, it's obviously her mobility is limited right now.
Well, I believe that was going to be an outright winner from anywhere. She went for this backhand, and she didn't hit the winner, and so she didn't even try to recover, and a great flick of the wrist from Graf's forehand.
She got it.
The second serve ace, her 3rd. Nine aces now in the game, in the match, excuse me.
always loves when the ball gets stuck in the net. It brings laughter every time. You'd think they would have gotten tired of it.
They're easily amused. Just long. Again, Graf down 2 breaks in this 4th set.
Now they've been out on court for 2 hours exactly. Hingis has struck a lot of winners off that racket in this 4th set. The 3rd set, she only hit 4 winners. She's got herself 13 in this set.
And a break point for Steffi Graf. One of the 2 breaks back possibility. Just long. So Steffi Graf is able to get one of the breaks back. She's still down 2-5 here in the 4th set at Madison Square Garden. During the break, Martina Hingis was attended to. It seems like she's having a problem with her quad muscle, and this is what happened earlier. And you can see her in obvious discomfort. She's still up a break in the 4th set. Asked for the trainer to come out. And the big ovation that you hear, she's taking a little bit longer to take her position as her mother looks on. But is now ready to face Graf again here in the 4th. 7 aces now for Steffi Graf. Whoa, 2 in a row. And when we were talking to Steffi yesterday, Pam, she said also if she was down, it's a best of 5. If she was down, she wanted quick points. If she was down like this, 2-5. Her mobility was fine just there.
It really was the first test for Hingis since Kathleen Stroya came out to examine her on the change of ends, moving quickly to the drop shot, going the one-hander, good touch, and Graf almost gets the lob over Hingis's head. She's able to just get her racket head on the overhead.
And now she has a set point. Talk about the momentum changing in this match. We go to deuce.
And Graf led 30-love in this game, started off the game with 2 aces in a row, and when she dropped the 6th game of this set, she was up 30-love again and dropped 4 points in a row. It's very unusual to see Graf dropping serves from 30-love up.
Now 3 aces in this game.
9 now for Steffi Graf.
What an unbelievable disguise. Steffi never moved off the baseline.
Well, we've seen a lot of great drop shots today off the backhand side. That was the best one, and the first one we've seen off the forehand side. It is a tougher side to hit that kind of feel drop shot, but played to perfection.
And now Steffi again, a point away from holding serve. And Graf does hold. And so Martina Hingis will serve for the fourth set.
And I'm not sure Steffi Graf's feeling 100% either. A bit of grimace there from Steffi. Remember, both players played 3-set semifinals yesterday, so this is their 7th set. And Hingis is having some serious problems now with her left quad.
Definitely. Trying to stretch it out a bit.
Serious is that I'm almost wondering whether she cramped.
That's what I'm thinking. That it's a cramp that
It could be.
Started a couple of games ago.
She's trying to walk it off, shake it off. You know, the 2 hours, 8 minutes into this match. And as you said, Pam, she did play 3 sets, and she was the second semi on yesterday.
Wow.
Well, it's going to affect her serve because it's the left thigh, it looks as though, and that's the leg she uses more on the serve.
And her 5th double fault, and she definitely is having problems when it's calling to Jane Harvey.
Her mom looking on has to be turmoiled inside. She sure doesn't look it. Got a warning for taking too much time. It's a loss of conditioning in that it is cramping. So she cannot take an injury timeout.
So, of course, Steffi's sensing that, trying to make her move, and Hingis is trying for the points to be as short as possible.
Oh, you just feel so badly for her.
2 break points for Graf. And so it's the break for Steffi Graf as Martina Hingis will be attended to. And she is leaving the court, as you can see. She's still leading 5-4 in the 4th set. Steffi Graf will serve when we come back, and we'll keep a close eye on Martina Hingis, the hurting 16-year-old at this point. Back live here at Madison Square Garden, Steffi Graf to go 5-all in the 4th set, about to serve, but it's Martina Hingis so many are concerned with right now, was definitely cramping severely at the end of that last game. Hingis serving. She was still up a break in the fourth.
Well, all the weight is on her left leg when she serves, and all it does is aggravate the cramp even more. It happened at 4-1 when she had a point for 5-1. You could see her wince. Now this is where she got a warning for taking too much time, a code violation. And this is Steffi with an ice bag on her left knee, which we know has been bothering her. It's the reason she had to pull out of Leipzig.
Martina Hingis is still off the court, and Pam Shriver has left the broadcast booth. She's down. And Pam, what can you tell us?
Well, I'm sitting alongside Kathleen Stroy, obviously Kathleen, who is looking after the players. Can you give us some information on what's going on with Martina Hingis?
Martina started to cramp in her left quadricep.
Of course, that is a loss of condition, so you are not allowed to. What can you do for a loss of condition?
Under our rule, we cannot treat any cramping. So all I can do is evaluate her and advise her.
So she, in fact, didn't strain a muscle. It has been a cramp from the very beginning?
Yes.
So at this point, she's taking her second bathroom break. Is that what's going on?
She's taking a bathroom break or a change of a tire break.
And you're allowed to have 5 minutes under that situation?
Yes, you're allowed to have 2 change of a tire or bathroom breaks for 5 minutes per match.
Are you allowed to give her any verbal advice or anything, or do you have to stay totally out of the situation?
Stay out of the situation.
And that, again, is a situation we have seen in tennis many times at Grand Slams, oftentimes in the men's game. When it gets into the fourth or fifth set, you see it. We saw Shuzo Matsuoka not too long ago basically being laid down on the court at the U.S. Open. No one could attend to them. It must be frustrating for you, Kathleen.
It's difficult, yes, to sit here and watch it.
Okay, let's go back upstairs to Robin and Betsy.
Thank you, Pam and Kathleen. And this is where it actually happened right here. A point to go, 5-1.
You could see it just looked like it just caught. She put her hand on the leg, and she sort of looked like she's stretching her back. That's why I thought maybe she had pulled something in her back. And
in the last game, she re-injured her quadricep.
Because she had to serve.
This is back live. Steffi Graf on the court. And we will have more of the Chase Championships of the Corel WTA Tour after these messages from our ABC stations. Back live here at Madison Square Garden, Martina Hingis was able to return to the court, though she's down 30-love. Here in the fourth set, she was up 2 breaks. And now Graf 2 points from the 5-all in the fourth.
missed it.
Just long.
Well, pretty gutsy point because she's obviously hurting, but she's moving fairly well. It's the left thigh that began when she had a point to go up 5-1, which she broke Graf. Took a 5-1 lead with 2 breaks. Graf has since broken back twice and is serving to tie the fourth set up.
Do you change your strategy at all when you know your opponent is hurting a little bit?
I mean, sometimes it's very distracting because you're just thinking more about your opponent than your own shots. And she's obviously going to try to move Hingis as much as she can. Whoops.
Just missing the ace. Second serve, 40-30 Graf. Down 4-5 in the fourth.
Well, that was a great forehand volley from Hingis, and when she did come back to the court, evidently it was, she didn't take a bathroom break. She took a shirt change, which, again, you can have 2 during a 3 out of 5 set match. The same rule as a 2 out of 3 setter. So she's used both hers up.
Again, that has to take a lot out of Martina Hingis.
Well, I see some shaky signs from Steffi Graf. She's missed a couple of shots in this game that is typical of when you are facing somebody who is physically under some duress. Sometimes you get uptight as well.
Brings it back to deuce.
This shot right here was unbelievable. And then she lets Graf commit herself to the net and goes down behind her, drills the forehand down the line to get it back to deuce. It's going to be the service game of Hingis that will cause her the most trouble. Her own serve. From Hingis. She's got the cramp in the left thigh, and as a right-hander, when you go up to serve, most of the pressure is on that left leg. That's where you generate the knee bend and shove off mostly with that left leg.
She thought she had the ace again.
I'll tell you what, I'm sitting about 15 feet from that net, and I didn't hear it either. And I'll tell you, when you think you've served an ace to level it at 5-all after being down 4-1, 5-1, it's
disheartening.
A little upset.
Deuce.
Well, she is not going to go away. That's obvious.
Well, it's a pretty gutty performance. I don't think young Hingis would have ever been in this situation before. Not needless to say, a 4th set, but also having battled through some cramps and still trying to win the 4th set. A lot of drama.
Her 4th double fault. And it's set point, would you believe, for Martina Hingis. Wow.
And that's a big serve from Graf. She led 30-love in this game. It's been a long game, a couple of deuces already. Deuce number 4.
Oh. Advantage Graf. Deuce for a 5th time.
Her facial expressions are so special. She really is. It's amazing being down this close and seeing them, of course, battling another game point here. That stretching backhand volley gives Hingis plenty of time, but she stays so calm and cool. I mean, a lot of people can get uptight with that kind of easy forehand.
Just long. So I hear deuce for a sixth time, 17 points now in this game.
Graf led 40-15 in this game. She's had several chances to tie up this fourth set.
And a second set point for Hingis. Excuse me, number 3. Well, that says it all.
Wow. Well, now we know how gutsy she is.
And the crowd definitely on her side. You know, the New York crowd, they love an underdog. And she's hurting, and she's giving them all that she has. For the second year in a row, now Betsy won 5 sets.
Steffi Graf beat Anke Huber last year in 5 sets. Anke Huber went out in the first round here to Eva Maioli.
Oh. And it was 6 years ago that the first 5-set final when Sabatini and Celis clashed in their final, and that was the first time that these championships went the distance.
That was a classic back in 1990.
Now that's good from Graf there, exploiting the lack of mobility that's still pretty obvious. 3 break points here, love 40.
And indeed, Steffi Graf opens the 5th and deciding set with the break, leading 1-love here in the 5th. And she's hurting as well. Much more to come, everyone.